Well, with 11 million people listening via podcast and radio to this show, you have to know that a certain percentage of them are absolute morons. I mean, just have lost their ever-loving minds. Most people are pretty nice and have their sense about them and have good, good decorum and so forth. I mean, when we do a Millionaire theme hour, we get nothing but just absolute rave reviews. Everyone loves me interviewing the millionaires so you can learn how to be a millionaire. For instance, Kyle says, Dave, thanks for the Millionaire Hour last week. Very inspirational. All presidential candidates should be required to listen to that. But occasionally, you have, I don't know, someone whose parents are cousins or something. I don't know what their deal is, but like Dan. Dan says, Dear Dave, frankly, who gives a crap about these millionaires? Of the three I heard, all were salesmen, computer techs, and business people. Now, Dave, I work in healthcare. My net worth is maybe 50 grand. In all my years in the emergency room, I've never hear anyone scream, get me Dave Ramsey, or any of these salespeople, computer techs, or salesmen. I consider you all gluttons to society. I think you meant gluttons. That spelling thing, it messes you up in the ER, doesn't it? Have a great day. Money isn't everything. So, Dan, you should spend some of your income on anger counseling. You obviously have extreme issues. And what I'm confused about is why you listen to this show at all. See, I've got a rule. If stuff pisses me off at the level that this has obviously pissed you off, I just don't listen to it. Like, I don't listen to Hillary Clinton speeches. They just make me angry. Or Bernie Sanders socialism speeches. They just make me angry. You may feel that way about somebody else. That's fine. Well, why do you... but I don't spend time... I don't follow Hillary on Twitter. Because that would just make me mad, like this made you mad. Because my view of... my worldview is so completely different. I believe in capitalism. I believe in the free enterprise system. I believe the little man can get ahead. I really do believe that. And I've got statistical and anecdotal proof of all of those things. And I will continue to roll it out. As if, though, you somehow are superior to people that write books or do radio shows, or you're somehow superior to salesmen or computer techs because you work in healthcare. You're not superior. You just work in an industry like anybody else. You're not any better because of your chosen career path. As a matter of fact, your lack of manners and ability to actually string a sentence together is an indicator you have real issues going on. You're far from superior. As a matter of fact, you would be inferior to all of these people because they've actually chosen a reasonable field, have excelled in that field over an extended period of time, and made twice what you've made. The average millionaire that we've interviewed in these Millionaire Hours is making around $125,000 over an average of 25 years, and most of them have $2 to $5 million, not just $1 million. And so how are they gluttons to society? They're not gluttons to society. They haven't done anything wrong. You're just a bitter, screwed up, trapped individual. That's all you are. So what I'll invite you to do is to listen to something else. Go somewhere else. Go away. And by the way, if you don't like something I'm saying on this show, any of you, at any time, I invite you to leave. I'm fine with that. We call this the Dave Ramsey Show for a reason. Not only do I own it, but it's my freaking opinion about these things. 10, 11 million people seem to care every day what that opinion is. If you don't, that's okay with me. I can live with that. I don't agree with you, Dave. That's fine. Leave. It's okay. I mean, it amazes me that people like Dan think we care. But here's the problem with our culture. That when people like this are setting the tone of the cultural marketplace, instead of sitting down and looking at your children and saying, honey, you can be anything you want to be in America today. You can study, you can work, and you can study some more, and you can work some more. and you can start from nothing and be a millionaire. 88% of America's millionaires are first-generation rich. That means they started with nothing and they became wealthy. No, money is not everything. But it is an indicator in those lives of their particular discipline. The discipline they had in their lives, the excellence they had in their lives, and it shows their character. Now, does it mean that someone is poor can't have good character? Doesn't mean that at all. Of course you can be poor. But there's a high correlation between wealth building and the ability to be diligent. And diligence is excellence over time. Continually sowing and continually reaping. Now, there's different levels of intelligence. There's different levels of talent. There's different levels of work ethic. There's different levels of focus and different levels of stick-to-itiveness. That's why there will never be, I hope, I pray, there will never be income or wealth equality in America. I pray it never happens. Did you hear me? Because if someone works twice as many hours as someone else, they should make twice as much money. Wealth equality would be highly unfair. If someone is twice as smart as someone else and can build a computer that's twice as good as someone else can build a computer, they ought to make twice as much. It would be unfair for the people that don't work as much, aren't as smart, aren't as talented, don't bring as much to the economy, don't bring as many gifts to you and I to use to make the same amount of money. If one music artist sells 10,000 albums and one sells 10 million, they should not get paid the same. If you sell 10 times as much, you should make 10 times as much. That's fair. Equality, because talents, because work ethic, because intelligence, even looks, is not distributed equally, then 100% of the time for things for the economy to be exactly equal, there's nothing you call that except communism, and it would not be fair. By definition, it would not be fair. So, no, these people are not gluttons or glutens. That's so funny. That spell check thing, it'll get you every time, Dan. On society. And it's not even proper use of the word glutton, by the way, in this sentence, but you know, no, they're not gluttons. They're not gluttons at all. They're just people that have outperformed you. That's all. Now, here's the neat thing. All of you listening can decide at this moment to change your performance level. You can decide to change your character. You can decide to change your vision. You can decide to change the level of education you have by going and getting some more. It's so available. Information and knowledge is so available in a digital age that it's unbelievable. You can decide today, starting right now, ready, set, go, to be different tomorrow and impact your tomorrow. And you're going to reap what you sow. You're going to grow in the fertile ground that is called your life, what you plant. Are some things out there unfair? Do sometimes we get betrayed? Do sometimes we get beat up? Yeah, that's true. And if you don't want to listen to this show, I'm perfectly good with that. But don't you dare attack these millionaires who have paid their lives, who have worked and saved and been frugal and good and kind people, every one of them that I talk to. And don't you dare attack that way of life and expect me to do anything but take their back. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.